Hey everybody, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going back to the basics and we're talking about the mother sauces, which are bechamel, veloute, tomato, espagnole, and Hollandaise. Today we're gonna focus on the Hollandaise. Let's get started. Okay, to make our Hollandaise sauce, I'm gonna show you what you need. You need a bowl and a pot of boiling water so we can do a double boiler. I have 3 egg yolks. I have a little bit of a lemon, some salt, 1 cube of unsalted butter melted, and I have in here a little bit of white wine and water. So let's start out by putting our bowl on top of our pan. You want to make sure that your water's not touching the bowl. We just want the bowl to get warm. We'll throw in our egg yolks into our bowl. And mix these up. And to this, we're going to add our white wine and water. And we're just going to continue to stir this until the eggs start to cook. Now, the reason we're using a double boiler is if we had this directly on the heat, we would just end up making scrambled eggs. So when I was in school, they used to always say, I think they would say use your wrist to stir and not your shoulder, because then you'd get really tired. But I feel like if I don't use my shoulder, I feel dumb. Like, we'll know the eggs are cooked when we move our whisk, and we'll be able to see the bottom of the pan. Now with the Hollandaise sauce, you want to work quickly, so you want to make sure you have all of your ingredients prepared, because once you start cooking the eggs, it's just a quick motion. So you don't have time to melt your butter and chop your lemon, it's just go. So that's why I have everything prepped and ready, and we're almost there with our eggs. All right, as you can see, our eggs have thickened up nicely. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our butter, and we just want to add a little bit at a time so that the eggs can incorporate the butter. This is called an emulsification. But you don't want to add the butter too fast or it won't incorporate, and you'll just, the sauce will break or it will separate from each other. So once you get a nice amount of butter in, then you can just do a slow, steady stream. But for now, I just want to slowly incorporate it a little bit at a time. Now our sauce is nice and thick, everything incorporated really well. It's shiny, it's not broken, and if we take our spoon, it's a nice pourable consistency. Now we're gonna give it a taste and adjust the seasoning with some salt and some lemon juice. Now that our Hollandaise sauce is done, you can leave it on top of your water, just turn off the heat and it will keep it warm until you're ready to use it. Hollandaise sauce is great over chicken, fish, vegetables, and eggs. So now I'm gonna show you how to make eggs Benedict. Let's learn how to poach an egg. And wait, the legal kind of poaching? What did you guys say?
I love that she's looking off camera. I think that might go in. I think that might go in right there, guys. I think that's it. I think that's the cut. I think that's the cut. And then we jump cut. We jump. Sorry, I got it.
I can't win with these two guys in here.
Oh, that was great.
I don't even remember what I said.
Fourth wall break.
To start out poaching our eggs, we have a pot of simmering water, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of white vinegar. This will help the whites of the egg to not be wispy. Is that even a word, wispy? The vinegar helps the egg whites to come together and cook all as one. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take my egg, I'm going to crack it into a bowl. This just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so after we've added the vinegar and we want it on a nice simmer, we don't want it to boil or it will ruin our eggs. We just take our spoon, we give it a good stir, just to kind of make a whirlpool. And then what we're going to do is just throw in our egg, well, gently place in our egg, and then we won't touch it. And then we're gonna do that with all of our eggs. Now, I am putting them in clockwise so that I can remember which ones were done first. Okay, we are letting these eggs cook for about 4 minutes. And as you can see, they've kind of stuck right together. And that's because the water is simmering and because we've added the vinegar. Okay, Google, stop timer. I love having my Google Home in the kitchen for when my hands are occupied, I can still set timers. Now that our eggs have been poaching for 4 minutes, we're gonna pull them out. I'm using a slotted spoon so the water can drain. Then I'm going to put them over here onto a paper towel to help get all the extra water off. For our Eggs Benedict, we're going to take Canadian bacon. We're gonna sear it in our pan with a little bit of oil. We're gonna take off our meat. And now we're gonna throw in English muffins because we wanna toast these up so they don't get soggy later. We'll use the same pan with the meat and the oil to toast our buns. All right, now that we have our buns nicely toasted, we'll pull these out. Okay, we are going to assemble our Eggs Benedict. We have our English muffins. Those go down first, and then we're gonna take our toasted ham and stick that on top. And we're gonna come over here and take our delicious poached eggs. Carefully bring them over. Put those right on top. Then we'll take our homemade Hollandaise sauce and put that right on the top. We're gonna put it right in the center and just let it ooze all the way down. Ooh, doesn't that look delicious? Okay, and you can leave it like this if you want, but I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of chives. And then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of cayenne pepper on top. Here we have our finished Eggs Benedict. Doesn't it look delicious? Let's cut it open and show you our poached egg. We want it to be runny on the inside. Let's see if, oh, did you see that? That is what I call a beautiful poached egg. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you had a good time learning how to make Eggs Benedict and a Hollandaise sauce. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified the next time we make something delicious. We'll see you later.
How many minutes on that?
1.5.
Okay.
Ready?
Will you keep time? Yes.
If it goes off, I'll just say, hey, I've got banana bread in the oven if it's done. If you want that recipe, click on the link.
Okay. Oh my gosh, you were out of control. I love it. Dude, that was so funny.
Okay, the heat's getting to me.
All kinds of poaching. I love it.
I'm standing here next to heat.
So good when I cut
Heat.
that.
Christine, heat.
You're
Standing next to heat.
You're hot.
Someone else said that on Instagram. We blocked them, don't worry.
Really?